What's up, you guys? So welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a first impression / review of the Jaclyn Hill favorite brush set. Favorite Morphe brush set. I don't know why I can't speak today. But I just got this in the mail. I still have the little sticker over the label. If you guys hear some noise, I'm sorry. My mom is doing some stuff in the background, like inside the room. She just laughed. She's making me laugh. This is how the brush case opens, which I actually really like because you just set it on the table and you're good to go. And I counted these brushes, but I honestly don't remember how many they were. I do have the number along with whatever Jaclyn uses them for. So I'm excited to start digging into these brushes. I've never used Morphe brushes. The only experience I have with Morphe makeup is with her palette and the 35, no, what is it, 35O, the shimmer one, not the matte, the normal one. So I'm excited. Let's go ahead and get started. I've zoomed you guys in on my face just so that we can see a little bit better of how the brushes are going to work. I also put on some cute ears, and I do have some dry shampoo on my hair, so I hope it doesn't come off as white in the camera. But let me go ahead and get started. Let me just pull up real quick the list of which brushes she uses, which brush she uses for what part of the face or what type of makeup. So the first one I gotta look for is M439, which is for foundation. Actually, let me go ahead and put primer real quick. I'm gonna be using the small sample I have from Cover FX, and this is the illuminating primer base. I normally wouldn't use illuminating primers because I have a really oily face, but I'm really not going to go anywhere. I'm just going to be filming today, so it's okay. Okay, I've got my primer on, and I found the brush. This is the M439. Okay, so now I have my primer on my face, and I'm going to start with the M439, as I said, which is this brush is pretty nice. It's actually pretty dense. It's actually quite soft. I didn't think it would be so soft. I don't remember the exact price of the set. I will put it right here. But I think per brush, it's not too expensive, so it's actually a pretty good, pretty good quality for the cost. Now this is for sure for foundation, and then she has an E8 for small foundation. So let me go ahead and find that. So this is E8. This is actually quite nice as well. It is pretty tiny. I would actually probably use this for maybe a little bit of contour, or I don't know, maybe I guess if you have let's say I want to cover this pimple right here, I would just go with this one and just stipple it on real quick, but I will just be using this one. So I'm going to go ahead and put that back and set it aside. Now, to continue reviewing this brush, the handle is pretty sturdy. It doesn't feel loose or cheap. They're not too heavy. They're not too light. It does have the name of the brush on the handle, which is very nice. I'm going to go ahead and start applying the base. For foundation, I'm going to mix a little bit of this BB cream and a little bit of the Infallible Pro Matte in number 109. This one I'm in color dark, but it's actually a little bit too not light enough it's not dark enough for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix them, and I'm gonna start just applying dots all over my face, and let's go ahead and start blending. Actually I think I made it a little bit too dark, but we will see. I always do like to blend it into my neck, just so that it doesn't have a huge color difference. So this one is quite nice for blending it into the neck. It's pretty easy, especially because it's so big and dense. I'm gonna get a little bit more product. Okay, I'm done applying the foundation, and it actually applied it pretty good. I usually do a little bit of a heavier foundation, but I'm not really looking for a lot of coverage, so I think I'm gonna keep it like this. It does look quite dark, but it's okay. I mean, it's just for a video. I'm surprised that there's no streaks in the brush left, and on my face, and I guess it's because it is actually pretty dense. What I'm actually not quite liking is the primer, because since this foundation, I mean, it's a BB cream pretty much. I just put the tiniest bit of this foundation that's not full coverage. But you can kind of see my pores because it's not a pore filling primer, so yeah. The next brush I'm going to be using is the E41, which she says she uses for powder. This is a huge brush, and it's kind of nice because I have a really round face and a big face. So I feel like I would be able to cover a lot of, face at the same time. Yeah, I mean, quicker. Am I making sense? This one is actually super soft as well, and it is a little bit tapered towards the end, but not too much. The powder I'm going to be using is my trusted Stay Matte from Rimmel London. As you can tell, I hardly have any powder in, so I'm hoping that the brush will still pick up some powder. And yep, it did pretty good. So let me just go ahead and apply it. This is actually quite nice for powder. I don't feel like I finished quicker, but I do love, well, because I usually use a kabuki brush, so it's already pretty big. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of fun. The next brush in the set, which actually, that's kind of weird. I just noticed that they're not all the same color, like of the handle. So like, for example, this one, let me take this one out. This one is a grayish color in the top part of the handle. And then this one, it's a silver part of it. It has a silver, like, top part of the handle. And then this one has a rose gold, which actually I like. My favorite is this one. I think it's so pretty. And this is the one she says next to use, which is the Morphe R2 for bronzer. Now, I don't use bronzer because I'm already pretty tan, so I don't really need bronzer, so I'm just going to go ahead and put it back and put it aside. The next brushes she talks about are for contour and under the eye, but I'm just going to go ahead and get started with under the eye. This is the M438, and it's actually pretty tapered. I really like that. It's also really soft. However, I did not apply any concealer, so I don't feel the need to set this part of my face or bake it, but I'm going to go ahead and use it just for the fun of it. So again, I'm going to tap back into this powder, and this one's actually really nice for getting powder, so let me just apply that right there. Oh my god, it fits perfect under the eye, honestly. I can imagine that for baking this should be fun. I'm going to pull my eye a little bit just so that I can get well into the creasing, because I'm getting old and I'm getting lots of creases, which they could probably also be from sleeping super late. Yeah. Or maybe from pulling my skin like this. Oops. These next two brushes, she says that she uses for contouring. Which one is round contouring? M437 is for round contour, and R10 is just contour. I do like the shapes of both of these. However, I would not use these to blend a cream contour. I would use them with a powder contour, which is what I'm going to use. And apparently, I didn't bring it. Okay, I'm back, which for y'all, it was probably like 5 seconds. But, okay, so this is the powder I'm going to be using. This is the NYX Powder Blush in the color Taupe. And I love this one. This is perfect because it's not too gray, but it's not too warm. And I'm actually going to choose to use R10. Actually, I'll do R10 on this side, and I'll do, what's the other one? M437 on the left side. My left side. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit with this brush. I feel, I don't know, wow. I don't know, I thought it would look a little bit more like I'm picking up powder just because the bristles are white, but it's not coming up too much. Ooh, but I did pick up quite a bit. Oops. That is actually quite nice. I really like it. I'm just going to blend it up. I'm going to pick up some more so I can put some near my hairline. Sorry, my hairs are a little crazy. I don't know why. I don't know if this is just me, but these baby hairs never grow. They stay like little babies, and I need them to grow. Sometimes I honestly just feel like I should cut them off, but then I picture them never growing at all, and it's just so annoying. Or just sticking out like that. I mean, they already do, but you know, like a short one, annoying. Ugh. Okay, now I'm going to be using M437 for the left side. And with this one, I can hardly tell that there's product here just because the bristles are black, but let me go ahead and use it. For this one, this round contour, I guess it would be for more of I don't know, like a more natural contour, I guess. Just because it's so round, it's not as like sharp as this side. So I'm not so sure how much I like that. And again, blending it up. I mean, if I look straight up at the camera, they both look good. So let's compare it. This side is R10. And this side is M437. I personally really prefer this side. I feel like in the camera it's looking really harsh, but I promise it's not in real life. The next one is a M530, which she also listed under contour, but also under blush. This brush, I don't know if you guys can tell. Yeah, you can definitely tell. Look, against my shirt, that there's some crazy hairs. So, I mean, that's probably just because of the little baggies, like if they had static or something, and it got used to, ooh, sorry, I dropped the little baggie, and it got used to being that way. Maybe that's why. Maybe after I wash them, they'll go back to normal. For blush, I'm going to be using this one from Too Faced. I actually bought a little kit, I think it was like a few months back, of 3 tiny blushes and 3 mini what are they? Lip injections? Not lip injections. I think it was the liquid latex or something like that. And they're so cute. The color is Love Hangover. So I'm going to be using it for blush. I usually for blush use like one of those that are like angled. I do like those. I will go ahead. I will try to find the one that I use and list it down below. It is from Sephora. Ooh, this one picks up quite a bit of product. Or then again, just because it's white, I can really see the contrast. So let me just go ahead. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I kind of picked up a lot of product without wanting to. Oops. Okay, I swear that you guys are probably not even going to be able to tell that I have a lot. But whatever, I'm going to leave it like that. Now I'm going to do the other side. I find it quite weird to apply blush with this brush, to be honest. Just because it's round, I'm finding myself like swirling it around, which is weird. I feel like I'm gonna end up, I guess with clown blush. I don't know how to explain it. The next brush is probably gonna be my favorite. This one is for highlight, and I'm honestly so surprised that it's so thin and sleek. Like, it's super sleek. This is a Morphe M510. I don't even know if you guys can tell. Ah! Great, just wonderful. Here it is again. Great, that was just wonderful. I got too excited with this one. Again, this is a Morphe M510. For highlight, I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Aurora Glow Kit. And I don't know why I still have this one there. I'm just going to go ahead and take it off. I don't know if I should bend it back. Yeah, whatever. So this is the one I'm going to be using. I'm probably going to pick the color Lyra or Lyra. What's the name of that one? I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some of it. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and pick some up. Ooh, that's quite nice. Okay, and let's put it on the cheek. Ooh, this is gorgeous. Okay, now I see why it's so sleek and gorgeous. Just so that it can be like on the high part of the cheek. That's quite pretty. However, I don't know if it's, let me see. I think it's because of the brush. Why do I keep dropping everything? Let me just swatch it real quick. Okay, no, so it does have some pinky undertones. I was like, why is it looking too pink on my cheek? I thought it was a gold color, but no, I mean, I forget. I have so many highlighters. Oh my god. So let's go ahead and apply it on the other side. I'm going to be applying the same color. That is so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to be highlighting my nose or, you know, this part. I will be highlighting my Cupid's bow though. And for that, actually, let me clean it up a little bit. I have this little old towel that I used to like, I spray a little bit of this brush cleaner and then, you know, clean them over here. But this time I'm just going to get rid of the excess because, I mean, there's no reason for me to clean it a little bit more through. And I'm going to go ahead and choose probably Luna. Let's click Luna. Let me touch that part there where I dented it in. And let me apply it right here. Ooh. Okay, so I like that this is a little bit more precise than the current one I'm using. However, I don't know. Let me, hold on. Yeah, so it did go a little bit off to the sides, but I can just go ahead and clean this up just because it is a little bit thicker for the Cupid's bow. The one I currently use, and I don't have it with me. I'm going to try to find a picture for y'all. It's a little tapered at the end, so that's a little bit easier for me to be more precise. The next brush she listed as awkward eye brush, and this is the E47. And I see why it's awkward because it's just like angled, and the bristles are pretty short and it's dense. I honestly don't know what I would use it for. I guess if I want to do like a super thick cat eye, I don't know. I'm not gonna use it because I really don't see why. I could watch again her brush like explanation video, but I kind of don't want to. I just want to see how would they work with me and what I usually do. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it right back and put it off to the side. Now, all of these brushes are for the eye, which is insane. I've never had these many blending brushes in my life. Actually, I don't know. I'll insert a picture of the ones that I have right now. I'm not including these, so I'm probably going to have a lot of blending brushes. Which is honestly pretty good because I love to blend. Mostly because I've learned from my mistakes. I used to not blend and it looked terrible. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my Urban Decay Primer Potion eyeshadow primer. Just so that I can work a little bit better in the eye. I'm actually not sure what look I'm going to go for. I'm probably just going to do like a basic eye makeup. Just because I don't want to go too crazy. I will be using her palette though. I'm excited to start doing that. And then again, I always say I'm going to do something basic and then I end up doing a crazy, black smoky eye. Well, not black smoky eye, but like a super colorful neon thing. So something she actually missed in these brushes is an all over the eye shadow brush. I personally love to set like this eye primer with a lid colored shadow, just so that whenever I do blend my other eyeshadows, they blend a little bit better. So I guess I'm just gonna pick one random, which one I would think you would do a better job for that. And I'm gonna go ahead and pick this. No, actually not that one. That one looks really good for blending. Did I get two of the same? I didn't. Wow, they all look. I'm surprised with how many blending blushes there are. I guess I'll do, I don't know which one to pick. They all look so good. I'm going to go ahead and just pick, and 500 years later, I've decided to pick M504, which is this one. It's actually a pretty good crease brush too, or blending brush, but I'm just going to go ahead and use it for all over the lid. And I have here my Jaclyn Hill palette, which is probably pretty dirty. I don't even know if you guys can tell. For all over the lid, I'm going to be using this color right here. And this picks up quite a nice amount of color. I'm just going to put it all over the lid, up to the brow, just so that it can be easier to blend whenever I apply other shadows. As I've already said, but I don't know, I just feel the need to explain myself well. Now, I would say if you're a beginner in makeup, this is a really good palette to have because it does have a lot of colors for you to like create crazy looks, neutral looks, more evening gown type of looks. So that's actually quite nice. For traveling, it is a little bit big. However, if this is the only eyeshadow palette you take, I think it's a pretty good deal. I've taken it with me to, I took it to Monterrey and then I took it to Corpus Christi and Palacios. So that worked out. Oh, actually, I didn't end up taking it to Palacios. Anyways, so I've already used this brush to put eyeshadow all over the lid. Now, the next brush I'm probably going to use, I'm going to use this E17. And this one, I'm being rude with the little baggies because I'm obviously not going to keep them. This one, I'm just going to go ahead and use it to mark my crease with a really dark color. And then I'm going to blend it out with another one. So the dark color I'm going to use, it's going to be probably this dark. Actually, I'm going to use this one. I'm not going to go too dark. I don't know if you guys can hear the music in the background, but I just didn't want it to be too quiet. There we go. That's not for it to stay like that forever. Do not get scared. It's just for me to place it. And I'm going to go ahead and blend it with a clean brush. I'm going to use the M530, what is it? M573 to blend this part right now. I'm not going to apply any shadow to it. I'm just going to blend it out just so that it can kind of like stay in the, like where I placed it, but it's not as harsh. You guys see the difference? It's way more blended and it just looks better, but it still keeps the placement just so that I can define. I'm not doing a cut crease because I feel like I don't really do that well, but I'm just, you know, trying to make my crease pop a little bit more. I'm of course going to soften it up with another color, but as of now, I don't know, this is what I've been doing. I don't know if it's wrong or right. I mean, there really is no wrong or right with applying makeup. Like, you're just able to do whatever you want. But yeah, this one has, you probably couldn't even see it. This one has a hair that I took away because it was falling off. And these hairs are just there. Taking a quick drink break. The next one I'm using is the M518. And I'm going to go ahead and use this yellow color to warm it up a little bit. Ooh, this one's a little bit more powdery than I expected. And that picked it up quite nice. I'm going to do the other eye. This one I'm actually blending a little bit more to the top just because I want a different transition. Now I'm going to take R37, and it's also another blending brush, but I'm actually going to pick up a little bit of this red to make it a little bit more red. But I'm just going to go ahead and keep this concentrated on this outer corner, and then the other eye. And that's it for this eye look. I'm just going to keep it very, very simple, but still kind of colorful. Not really like a sunset, but just pretty warm. So I'm gonna put my eyeshadow palette away, and now for eyeliner, oh, here it is. Sorry, I thought I didn't bring it. I'm gonna use my black lace matte Sephora crayon contour eye pencil 12-hour wear in the color, like I said, black lace. And this one, I'm just gonna put it right here underneath what's it called, this is not the waterline, this is the tight line, just to darken it up a little bit, to make it a little bit more put together, but not quite super dark. I do not want a wing liner. I just want something very basic. If you guys don't usually tight line, you really should start, because it gives your eye a little bit more of a definition. And I'm also going to put a little bit on the outer corner of the waterline, just a tiny bit. I don't want it too dark. And the other side, I know it's bad to pull your eye like this when you're doing like liner or whatever, but I already got used to it, and that's what I do. It is a habit I do need to break, but I don't. And this is pretty much the final look that I can do with her brushes, because one, she's missing a lip brush, a brow brush. What else could I use? An eyeliner brush, I guess. And in the end, these are all the brushes I didn't use. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I didn't use 11 brushes. However, I didn't put any shadow underneath on my under eye. I didn't put an inner corner highlight or anything like that, just because this look is very basic. However, I do love that she included a lot of blending brushes. That's actually quite nice. This one, I still have no idea what it's for. So that's, I don't know, that's kind of comical to me. These are the brushes I did use, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So technically I did use more than half by one. But eventually I will be using those other blending brushes. Like I said, also this other brush for foundation. When I have a pimple, that'll be great for just getting around it. You know, for blending the outer edges. Like when you apply concealer. But let me go ahead and finish my face makeup just so that it doesn't look just like very simple. And here is my final look. It definitely looks a little bit more put together when I do my brows, which are looking pretty thick right now because I have hairs growing everywhere. I haven't gotten them shaved, so I have to paint them a little bit thicker because hairs are growing everywhere and I don't want to shave them, or just, I actually do pluck a little bit of stray hairs that grow here, but the ones that grow at the top I don't want to, just because I want to make it lose its shape. So please ignore them. I'm hoping they're not looking too wild. But yeah, I do like the final look, of course, after adding a little bit of a lipstick. I'm doing a pretty simple lipstick. This is from Clinique. It's more like a balm, like a color balm. But yeah, this is a look I created with the Jaclyn Hill favorite brush set, and I hope you guys liked it. Yeah, it's pretty simple, but you know, for like a nice date to the movies with your friends or something fun for coffee, you know, it's pretty wearable. So I'll see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed this review / first impressions, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.